Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. We didn't lose too much here, so we're up in the attic here, and this is Jeremy. And welcome back to Tell Me Why. Getting back into this game. I actually recorded 30 minutes, and it got destroyed because I'm trying to go back and forth between
Recognize
trying to
this?
figure out
Yeah,
how to
it's
solve
from
these
the story
puzzles.
where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but
but
it's
luckily, it took me
different,
right back to the
right?
very first puzzle. So we go
Can
into
you
this
check the
loft. There's
book?
this huge puzzle. I'm not gonna check the book because I already know everything. So this wall,
It
we're
moves.
checking everything that's
Oh.
not at the same. It at this way.
Well, here it
This
is.
one.
Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Okay, spot the differences.
There's the title. The tree. Yes, I cheated. Look, I'm just trying to get through the story for you guys. I'm not gonna
No
sit here and
goblins.
try to do.
Yeah,
I know this
And
The
one's
princess is
wrong.
running away from the Mad Hunter.
who was
I
sent
know
by the
this
Gold
is
Lady.
wrong.
The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or
then this
after
one's
he...
wrong.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother.
That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
Pictures.
Kind of go over
Letters.
here because for this,
Have you ever
she was
seen any of
actually
these?
All the pictures of
Olympic,
Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging
she
on
was,
the
I
walls.
wouldn't say Olympic. She was a figure skater. She loved her bird. She changed her major from engineering to arts, or wanted to do that, but it looks like the paper's crumpled up. There's a picture of a Brent, and this is a letter of Brent saying, "I'm dumping you. Sorry, your mom's really pushing us, and we want
The
this."
Gold Lady. That was definitely her mom.
So I'm just trying
did
to
Marianne
rush
grow
through this
up
part for you
kinda
guys
rich?
and try to get you
Maybe.
back to where we were.
Would have been nice to have
But
some
so
of that.
you got these puzzles you got to solve, and this is still telling Marianne's story. It's pretty much what it is. So she was a figure skater. She had a pet bird she loved. She went to college for engineering and tried to change it to artwork, but her mom disapproved. There's this dude named Brent that she really liked, and Brent decided to break up with her because mom was not the
Tyler,
greatest.
see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
So this one's next. Now this one is matching what we saw in that little cubby. So if you look at this,
There's the Gold Lady
we've
again.
got her
She's
going
all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting,
Here.
right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I can move the
Because of the
piece
ballerina.
next to the Gold Lady.
All these pictures.
Is the Gold Lady
that's
setting the
chasing
animals
the bird
free?
out.
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting...
The
her
wise
running
princess
from
looks like
being
she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the Gold
Engineer.
Lady.
And then this is a dude she did not like.
What's the Gold
her
Lady do? Is that
dating
it?
Brent.
It's opening.
So we look in here. Of course, there's an L here.
What's in there this time?
And there's a letter from her dad, from Marianne's dad, saying how she was disappointed that she didn't come to the funeral. This is her and her friends, which is Sam, and I think it's Tessa. There's the house. She worked as a watchmaker in Juneau before moving to where they're at now. And then a letter of where she worked at, when she stayed at Salmonberry Park at the reserve. So, this leads to the next puzzle. Where it goes to over here,
What's this?
you gotta do it in
Some sort of
chronological order.
map?
So she
That's
started
the Gold
here,
Lady's castle.
okay, and then she went to the
What's that
here.
plant thing on top?
Oh, those are
Alright.
definitely salmonberry flowers.
And she went to
Hey.
the clock,
Some sort of clock?
and she went to the house, which is
This
here,
is the princess's house.
and then she went to the.
This
dinner
looks like a
party.
dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Yes.
This one we haven't read yet.
What's in
so
there?
Let's
Another
read
letter?
this.
The
Yep.
princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
I guess we're gonna read this one for the sake of this. The princess is lost. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods into that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her despite flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore and rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any mishap could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where the sun would catch it and surface and shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake, and she would tend to it, polishing it every surface to be able to ensure it shone as brightly as it possibly could, and then she would pluck it up, place it on her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without her crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow and give it a quick kiss and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew that it was the safest place, on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows and their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it up from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. Although all through the night she held the tiara close. In the morning, she awoke to find herself still cradling it. The storm has passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night, she placed the tiara upon the pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara. Excuse me. Nude upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry. But through the tried to fix the polish it was gone, beyond repair, and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she would use to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed on the sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. And as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Oh, we know what it is. I already know what this is. There's 3 spots.
Okay, so how do we open it?
All right, should be easy enough.
L. L. E.
Yes. Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
A baby blanket? Ollie. She noticed.
Dear
How was her
Alyson and
son?
Ollie. Yeah. We write stories to understand and be understood, but what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Oh boy. Well, she called him Molly.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
No, let's not leave. I'm not messing with those. I'm not a completionist. I just want to see the story.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah, let's go.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
Amen. Let's get this story rolling. Oh, well, oh. Yeah.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night. Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Oh, and some of you missed in the other video. I made a prediction of who the actual father is. I think it's Tessa's husband that works at the shop. I didn't put that in the other video, so... Well, I did put in the other video, but it got deleted, so... Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a hard one. Come on.
Almost. Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Alyson. We need to talk. We know it was you.
The only reason that made me think that was because earlier in the game, he was like, maybe some things are left better not knowing when they brought up the father thing. So I was like, okay.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
All right.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. You would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Well, maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face. I had to do something.
Hey, you hearing me?
Yep. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
Alright, choose that one.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made. One way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up!
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Oh, you
That
fucking
night
asshole.
I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Hunter!
Wait, no! Stop! Honey! Hey, no! Please! Please! Mom, no! Mom, please! Don't do this!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
No! No way! You're a fucking liar!
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her!
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Alyson. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
I've already talked
And
to my
Michael?
uncle, prick.
Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back. Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
No, it's not the best commentary, but...
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck. I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, You gotta live with it, okay?
Alright, well, here we are.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm going to kill you!
So let's kind of stop,
I'm not gonna.
take this for a minute, and as that probably vibrates and you hear it. So, we found the transgender book. We know she was deeply distraught about everything that was going on. She was living a hard life. She already lived a hard life before that, trying to deal with her mom. And she was fixing to lose another child. You know, she had a miscarriage. Like, this woman has gone through so much. And what really seals it for me is in that last letter, she called her daughter, who wants to be a man, Ollie. And she never really, I think her made reference to it, never calling her Ollie, so. I think with all those factors and this woman going through so much as I don't want it to be the case,
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I believe Tom.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Mom, please. No, don't do this.
Alyson, this isn't what.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. We weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions? Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay, I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
No. Yeah, they need to have each other during this. I think that was the right thing. I think it was the right thing to choose. As much as you didn't want to, Tom's ending, because that's just what it was. You know, from everything that you learned throughout the game about the mom and how much she struggled. I don't think it was a matter of she was going to ever hurt the kids. I think it was a matter of she might have been trying to hurt herself. You know. 6 months later. Express.
One last look. I'm good to go.
Well, I guess I should just go ahead
Hey,
and
it's me.
finish
Hey,
it.
me?
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty. You're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep. Gonna leave 'em at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome. Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch. How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there, okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Alyson mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Look at this.
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Dearest Tyler and Alyson, I am writing this letter from Juneau International Airport, where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both, perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband. I've never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children, and I always try to forgive your mother for her unapathologic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it all out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life. Something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other always. In his steps, Tessa. Alright. She's going to do a missionary trip. She appreciates us. Hey, goblins. Word in town is you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyways, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like a stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe. Sam. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Poor Sam. Didn't really get his closure on anything. He loved...
Seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
It's one of those really pretty pictures. Oh, there's a laptop just sitting here. We're gonna take this. Michael, must be a relief to finally be done with the place, Tyler, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. I go, traffic in Delos. Only the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making the biscuit thing you like. Oh, damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants on stop signs. Michael, don't die. I'll keep them warm. See you in a few. Michael and Tyler. I like it. Yeah, we're taking that. Oh. Okay, well. Got a laptop. Can this be climbed? So, is that somewhere to sit? Oh, no, it's not really. Okay. Let's look here. Delos Crossing, most wanted escapes. Oh, the raccoon gets away. Good. Go outside here. Hope this doesn't trigger the end of the game, but just want to kind of step out here. Oh, just shut the door.
Gonna miss this.
One more jog down memory lane, Mr. Ronan?
Hey, I'm having a private moment with me, myself, and I here.
Okay, carry on.
There's nothing else here. Got a laptop. Let's go upstairs real quick. Just kind of take one little glance, look over here into the bedrooms and stuff. Oh, where's this one? Laying here. Oh, look here.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
Yeah, it's not the best shape, but hey, this house is actually really super cool. I wouldn't mind having something like
Goodbye,
this.
room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon?
Let's send a picture to Alyson.
For posterity.
She's all over this room. Whoa! Alright, well, I think that's it. Alright. Let's get out of here. Oh. Leave the house for good.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess. Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
No. Lock up and go. Twins for life. And that is the end of Tell Me Why. Man, let's talk about what I didn't like. I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of like the fetch stuff. There's other fetch stuff. I was not a fan of the puzzles. I know there's probably some people who are like, play the puzzles, figure them out. When I'm playing a story-based, story narrative-driven game like this, I'm not trying to mess around with puzzles. I'm just give me the story. Just tell me the story of this game. So I'm not trying to mess around with puzzles too much. Especially ones like that where it required me to look at this book and read this book. And it's not like if I'm trying to make a YouTube video about it, it's not the best. Like I'm just trying to get the story to you guys. So those of you like wanted me to do the puzzles, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get the story to you guys. And that's one of the good things about this. This is a really, really good story. This touched a lot of sensitive topics. And I'm very happy to see that one of the main characters was transgender. And it wasn't just, here it is, transgender, transgender, transgender in your face. It made it natural. It made it like, this is how it should be. The transgender people should just be accepted for who they are. It just should be natural. And it felt natural in this game. So it made it to where like, oh, he's transgender. And it's a big important part of what he had to struggle with. But it really wasn't that. That was the struggle. It was the inner struggle within the mother. And as it started to come, to a head, the fact that he's transgender slowly started fading in the background. And I think they did a really good job with that to bring awareness to that. Because the game, and I'm really glad I decided to not finish the game in June. Because I was like, I really want to finish this game for Pride Month and all that stuff because of this transgender character. And I got the game for free because, I'm guessing because of that. But, to be honest, it shouldn't just be a month where people decide to make their logos rainbow. And, it's nice, it's a nice gesture, sure, for that month. But it should just be equality across, no matter the month, day, year, whatever. It's about equality, and love is love, and that's one of the fun parts for me for Michael, where I wanted to see that happen because love should just be love, and it should be natural, and it felt natural, because you had the sister here telling how awesome, Tyler was and how awesome he is, and I can't wait for him to be here and stuff like that. And this Michael guy's like, who we found out was gay, was like, oh man, Michael, okay, and he took his shots, he did, and it was just fun to do that, and it felt natural. It wasn't forced. It wasn't a forced thing into this game. So, and the story was great, and it made you feel sympathy. It made you really think. The reason I chose what I chose was because the more Mary Ann story unraveled, the more you saw, like, man, this woman lost a child already. She didn't have a close upbringing. She had everything in the world but wasn't happy. She moved out to this small little community in Alaska and struggled. She went to college to be an engineer, but she really wanted to do arts. And then, she had an affair with her best friend's husband. And it was just snowballing, and it was all that. And you could just see, and it wasn't anything about the kids because she had the book about the transgender, raising your transgender child and understanding it. So it made sense that Tom was right. Tom was right that, she wasn't going to hurt her children. She already lost one. She's trying her best to be a good mother. She wasn't doing her to her children. So this story, the story was great. I would love to see a second one to have a bigger map, like in Juneau, and just going through an actual game. And I know this is, because I just praised the game for not putting, making it about equality and transgender and putting it in the forefront of the game. But let's make the second one like that. Why not? Let's make it about the struggles of that and help people understand. Because I think this game is really, really, really good for anybody who has, that doesn't understand where they're at in life and what they want and who they are. This is a really good game for that, I think. And I think a lot of people should play that to open their mind, and it's a really good game for that. So I'm really glad I picked up the game. Bravo. Excellent story. Didn't like the gameplay. Didn't have a ton of interaction. It was like hold down the button to see a memory and just do the story. But it's story driven, so I was okay with that. It's not as good as Life is Strange. It doesn't touch to the moon or Finding Paradise. Not for me, but still really excellent. And this is why I love these story-based games. They're very thought-provoking. They really make you feel, and that's just something that I think we should do more often is feel emotions. And yeah, it's a great game. Now, on the horizon, I got another story-based game lined up, a little bit more involved. I think I told it in one of the other games I was playing that I was looking at this game originally, and I was like, that's really cool. That seems so much like this one particular game that I could play, but it's like an updated version of it. And I was like, but it looks like just on screen, it looks confusing. So I want to see if anybody else picks it up and I can watch it. And one of my favorite YouTubers picked it up and started playing it. He's got 2 episodes out. So I'm like, good, yes. Now I feel a little more comfortable going into the game, and it doesn't really spoil it for me. I'll still watch it because a lot of these are decision-based games. That's another great thing about these story games is you can watch them, and then you can go make your own decisions. Like they're based around making your own decisions. That's why it's these aren't ever really spoiled for me. I mean, yeah, I can say, okay, I want this ending. I didn't know anything about this one, to be honest. I've never seen anybody else play it, so I just wanted to play it. I'm really glad I picked it up. I hope there's a sequel. Sometimes if you do YouTube videos, you can like tag the game, and there's a Tell Me Why TWO, Tell Me Why 2. So I don't know if there's a sequel. Maybe I'm hoping these credits roll and it kind of shows me like, hey, there's a sequel, and that'll be on the horizon too. I will play a sequel to this game if there is one. I think it's a really good game. All right, so let's see what we did here. Tyler and Alyson. Alyson was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 84 completed the puzzle, 16 forced the chest open. Okay. Alyson was influenced by Tom's testimony. 0 believed Tom's testimony, 100% believed in the twins' testimony. What? Am I the only one that believed in Tom's testimony? No. No. Wait. You mean to tell me you guys couldn't? You guys couldn't see that? That you guys couldn't see that it was Tom's testimony? Like, Tom was right? The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. 95% of them kept their voice. That's what I wanted to do. Eddie was relieved that Alyson accepted responsibility for the murder. 67 confessed to the truth. Okay, good. Sam felt understood by Alyson. 70% listened to Sam's story. Yeah. Michael felt closer to Tyler. 71% kissed Tyler. Good. Fantastic. This one. No. You are some jaded people. Pay attention to pay attention to you just stuck to their beliefs. The mom was going through so much, and she was never going to hurt the kids. That wasn't her goal. She never no, you don't. That is wrong. 100% of you are wrong. You all no, he ain't gonna do that. Y'all went with emotion and not logic. Logically, it is. The mom was going through a bunch of crap. She already lost her kid. She ran away from the rich and famous life she had. Her mom made her broke up with the first man she really loved. And she couldn't find love after that. She lost her child. Then she moves out into this place, Delos Crossing. and she's struggling. She's not having money. She has an affair with her best friend's husband, gets pregnant. He's like not having to want to do anything with her. They're telling her to keep it a secret. Her best friend is starting to hate her. And she wanted to bring misery to their life. And then her children are get threatened to be taken away when she's already had to deal with losing a child. This woman has gone through too much. She went through too much. But she never would have hurt her children because she didn't want to lose another child or children. 100% of you are wrong. Wrong. This is very important. You know, the game does talk about, because at the end, the ending I chose, yeah, she was planning on killing herself. So that I'm very disappointed in people not logically thinking about that. That is just, it blows my mind. Like, I understand you're like, no, Phil, we're playing with emotions. This is what we want. We don't want this. Fine. But logically, that does not make any sense if you pay attention to the whole story. So anyways, I'm done ranting about that. Great game, or great story. Gameplay wasn't that great, but I definitely would play a second one. I'm going to check and see if there's a second one here in a minute. Tell me what you think. You know, what I got from the game. You know, it's never. It's okay to change, right? And you gotta face things you don't want to face. Sometimes every day. You know, whether it's a job you don't like, or like certain people you don't like, and certain people you're trying to move on from. Sometimes you're gonna have to struggle through that, and it's not gonna be the easiest thing for you to do. But you gotta push through it. And Alyson did that, and Tyler going through his changes did that. And another thing we learned in this game is love is love. It's 100% love is love. It shouldn't matter what gender you are, your race, color, national origin, sex, religion. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. No, what matters is the person you are and you decide to give to the world. Everyone deserves to be happy regardless. So I think that's a big part of the game. And they had to find their happiness and peace. And they did. So, anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Not the most interactive episode. Already botched the first part of it, but luckily we were barely into it, so we were already at the end. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me what you want me to play next. I got an idea what the next story-based game I'm going to play, but tell me what you want. And I'll see you guys in the next one.